yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves, take what the defense gives him, and he cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
But here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on second and long. And the defense drags him down. And it's the Thunderbirds come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Thunderbirds are marching down the field.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the first down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. And it's the Thunderbirds come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here.
I like the idea on offense. You want to...
Makes a grab and room to run. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
You've got to be excited if you're a fan of this team. What you've seen on this opening drive, they look locked in, all 11 guys on the same page. This has been a beautiful opening drive. Really nice tempo, phenomenal execution, whether it's been running or...
Get forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Thunderbirds.
No bones about it on that 3rd down and goal. You knew exactly what they're doing. We're not kicking field goals. We're here for touchdowns, and it is a physical run. He lowers his shoulder right between the tackles, gonna get in the end zone. Way to start this football game for this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. So Colorado's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Richard Young, the transfer out of Alabama, churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game. Using his legs, it's Young. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Running it to the right. There's a crease. Makes it past the marker. Quick step and go. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27.
We didn't have to work very hard on that one. There was nobody in sight as he rips off a massive run.
Sort of a mark of excellence for any back is yards after contact. Well, yards before contact can be sort of a badge of honor for that O-line.
Yeah, let's give them some credit. They got tremendous push getting hats on hats. They made that easy.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Lewis to throw. Caught. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great game, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Clinton. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W.
Here, got some room, headed to the goal line, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board. Just have not been able to figure him out.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Right back to it. Got enough for the first. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Unloads quickly. Could not make his way to the corner. The Thunderbirds come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The give on the inside. Could be an alley. He's now piled up 68 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to...
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And it's the Thunderbirds pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Rides the option, he keeps it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Thunderbirds!
What a start for this guy, right? 2 drives, and that's already his 2nd rushing touchdown. And listen, this area of the field, David, in the red zone, you got to be able to run it. It's really hard to throw. The windows aren't very big. But this dude right now is feeling it.
Short of the 20-yard line on the return, they'll mark him at the 19. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. On the move, it's Young. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
Yeah, when you get penetrated.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Lewis to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. The Thunderbirds want to pick up the tempo. Off play action. Skips away from pressure. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Got it. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
give to the back. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. Quick strike through the air for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Might be changing the route. Lewis. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Thunderbirds.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Right on the money. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Buffaloes will hustle to the line. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing, Lewis. Finds his man, it's Young. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, and maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Colorado will go ahead and use its second timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Buffaloes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Lewis on the play action. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Nothing the receiver could have done on that play, guys. You're not expecting the ball to be thrown behind you like that, especially in the quick game.
Quarterback may change this route. Here's Lewis to throw. Finds his man. It's Young. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Buffs now use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. To the air again, Lewis. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Absolute shank. Missed it. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's start with Texas, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Longhorns, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications. And now back to your game in Boulder. We've been treated to one special performance on the ground from both teams, gouging the opposing defenses for big chunks of yardage. Why throw it when you've got rushing attacks like these?
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Play fake. Lewis fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Young. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Lewis. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Slide.
He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Lewis to throw. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking for room. It's Young. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he tacked on the extra point. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He'll be stopped on the return right at the 30-yard line and helped out this offense a few extra yards in field position. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the away team sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Guys?
Snags it, and there's running room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Makes the catch. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Got him downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The give out of the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And it's the Thunderbirds headed quickly to the line. Jackson will throw. Under fire. It's complete to the left. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Thunderbirds are threatening in the red zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
They're going to need more of that. They're down multiple possessions today. They need to create negative plays. They need to make plays behind the line of scrimmage, and finally they come away with their first sack.
On third down, he drops to throw. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. And it's the Thunderbirds have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. Short gain on the play before he slides. play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So we open the final period with a third down play. Jackson gonna throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
He might want another play. Throwing, Lewis. Williams got it.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. On the move, he fires. Caught by Williams on the right. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Going right back to Williams. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Touchdown, Buffs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll send the back in motion. Jackson will throw. Gets it to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Keep it on the ground. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. The Thunderbirds send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Gonna run it. It's Young. Got enough for the first. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wants to adjust the pattern.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The run inside. It's Young. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages, try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Lewis. Zings it complete to the right. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Quick tempo, no huddle offense, 2nd down, clock's running. Just keep giving them the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Unleashes to the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.